let's see, where do I start? I think the first thing I have to mention is just how lucky I am. Both Colin and Meredith are such great songwriters, and I just couldn't be happier that I'm the guy who's lucky enough to be able to work with both of them.
She said, son, we'll chalk out equations, spelling destruction with the code on the
Filming?
So Nathan and I have been playing music together for I don't know how long, but since 8th grade, all the way through high school. We played together in a band called Afterthought. We even moved to Seattle after high school to pursue a career in music, but I wound up moving home to go to college, and Nathan stayed out in Seattle. So over the past 4 years, we hadn't really been in close contact. We definitely weren't talking about music or writing any music together. But he came back into town in this past January of 2013, and we decided to finish a song that we had started in Seattle, but he had to go back to Seattle. And that limitation defined the CD really, because we had to write it long distance. I think it was in July we decided to launch our Kickstarter project so that we could have other musicians play on the album, so that we could produce something that we were proud of. We also wanted to make sure that everybody that was involved was going to be compensated for their work, because both of us know that musicians tend to be underpaid. So we really wanted to make sure that everybody who was contributing was able to, benefit from it.
Every time I ran into Colin in town, he would say, like, let's do music, I really want to do music, and we could every once in a while, but it would never, become a regular routine. And then he sent out this large message about the group Sing Day for Brushstrokes, and I knew that there were certain parts that I was going to be able to sing on my own with them. So, I don't know, I guess it was day 3 of the Brushstrokes recording. I came over and started singing and kind of hoped that I could play a bigger role in it, because they had put together such amazing music from such a far distance.
The week of recording was probably the best week of my life. It was just, playing through these songs and getting them exactly right. These songs that Nathan and I were really proud of, and so just being able to shape the sounds that we wanted, to make it all interconnect and collaborate with other musicians was just so fun.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of, it wasn't my first experience recording, but it was definitely the most intense experience I've ever had recording. And so there was a lot of forethought that had to go into planning out the week,
figuring out, you know, like what songs and what tracks we were gonna record certain days. What else? I mean, like, there are difficult parts as far as just everything's harder in a studio, so things that Colin can play really naturally were sometimes a little bit harder to record. You know, I told you the story about the Yellowed Grass, recording guitar tracks for that. 36 guitar tracks, by the way.
Wow.
But overall, what I thought was like, there were obviously like gems about like every day that were really cool and really good and inspiring. But overall, I think probably the greatest part of the whole experience was that we just never felt too much pressure or frustration with each other. Like, there was always like a very open dialogue between everybody, and we just like got it done.
Definitely one of the best parts about the entire just concept of this was just bringing in as many people as we possibly could. So many of our friends came in to play instruments, to sing. We even were able to get some help from people who were outside of the state. But it was really just bringing in as many people as we could to have some input on the CD and make it into the best possible version of that. And I think that's what we arrived at the end.
If I had to name one of my favorite parts, I always think back to the last night. That was the night we recorded a lot of singing together, and Meredith and I sang a song called "My World's Upside Down" together, and that was really special to me. Colin too is such a great guy to work with. He's always been really supportive of me. I can't thank him enough for that. The whole week was kind of his gift to me. So I gotta take a lot of time and figure out how to pay him back. And as far as the future's concerned, I know I'd be happy doing anything as long as Colin and Meredith are in that future, and as long as we're making music together.
With Nathan moving back, Colin coming home in December, I think after the CD release happens and people actually start hearing this music and they figure out their live show, that, you know, just like other CDs are going to come out, more shows are going to be booked, hopefully we can travel with the music, and I think it's just like the beginning of something huge.
Climbed trees just to listen to the leaves. Just yesterday, beauty stole my breath